What should the asset allocation split be for a 25-year-old between equities and fixed income and other asset classes?
That depends on how long you plan to keep the money invested. Generally, the sooner you'll tap into the money, the more you should emphasize bonds. And the longer your dough will be invested, the more you should tilt towards stocks. Of course, you may want to adjust that mix depending on your stomach for risk. If you get incredibly anxious when the stock market takes a dive, then you might want to scale back the stock portion a bit, although you've got to remember you'll be giving up growth. And if you're really gung-ho, you could consider upping your stock exposure, although the caveat there is that you may not like the losses you sustain when stocks have one of their periodic meltdowns. But if you're like most 25-year-olds, you aren't investing all your money for retirement. For example, if you don't have one already, you should try to build an emergency savings fund, a stash of cash equal to 3 to 6 months living expenses that you can dip into for emergencies or to pay living expenses in the event of a layoff. Because you really want this money to be there when you need it, you want to play it safe by putting this money into an FDIC-insured savings account or short-term CDs. Given today's low interest rates, you won't earn much on this money, but a high return isn't your goal with this portion of your savings. Security is. As for the money you don't need within the next few years, but will probably need to get to before retirement, you can consider investing in a mix of stocks and bonds, but not as aggressive a blend as your retirement portfolio. Finally, remember that as you near the time you'll need the money, you want to invest more conservatively, gradually moving out of stocks and into bonds and cash. Because the last thing you want to do is find that the money you were counting on to be there isn't, because a big chunk of your portfolio got vaporized in a market downturn.